Hi guys, this is Game Dan 25. I will be making, well, this was the first video what I'm taking with my phone. So, because my PC is off, I'm going to do a new thermal paste. Um, because my PC has been getting a little bit warm, but I have done this before. So hopefully the second time me doing this is gonna work. I'm using Kleinert. A lot of people say that this is a good thermal paste, but if you can't afford to get this one, because this one is kind of pricey, there is others, but for like best results, and a lot of YouTubers and people that comment about this product always have good reviews. And I have tried this, but I tried only a little bit because I've done the PlayStation 4 and my other PC, and so far thermal heating was not an issue. And this is not um, like the other thermal paste where it's like thermal conductive, where if you put it on your motherboard it might damage because maybe you spilled a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to be using this for the thermal paste. Some toothpicks, rubbing alcohol. I'm using the Skims brand, but they're not sponsored, and all these videos that all these items that I'm showing you guys, it's not sponsored videos. Well, it's not a sponsored video, so I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using some cotton buds or earbuds, depending on what you want to call it. I'm going to be using some plastic um, candle thing. This is only to get the thermal paste out of the very um, close areas where I can't reach with a toothpick. So I'm going to be using this. I made it especially that sharp so that I can get into the shorter parts or the narrower parts, which is close to the motherboard and so on. I'm going to be using a um, precision set. This is a very old one, but I'm going to be using this. I'm just going to put this one side, and I'm going to be using the torque screw or torque graph set also. There's a couple of items that you can get, but you might be needing to use, like a plastic thing to remove the edges, and I'm going to be using a shot glass, and the shot glass is for the liquid for that, a toothbrush, and a paintbrush. Make sure that all of the items don't have any substance on the thing, so if you do use a toothbrush or a paintbrush, make sure that there's no liquid on there or it's not like completely dirty. I'm going to use a piece of paper towel, maybe toilet paper, and a phone. The phone is for taking photos of what has thermal paste and what doesn't have thermal paste. If you don't have another phone to check, you can use your own phone, and you can use like if you do watch this video, you can use your laptop or your desktop to see how I thermal paste and clean my fans of this laptop. This is a Asus Stuff Gaming. I will put the model of this laptop, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because when I sent this laptop to take a lot, and they sort of had to fix it because it was making a loud sound, and they didn't really fix it. So I, in previous video, or not previous video, but previously when I got the thing, and I wasn't making any videos in that time frame because they had my laptop. They sent me the laptop and they said the thing is fixed, there's nothing wrong with it. But then it made again that sound, and by the time I was sending the laptop, the warranty of my laptop basically was done with Takealot, and they took so long to give the thing. So now I have to do this maintenance maybe every once a year, and it's bad because it's Asus and it's Takealot. Um, and I buy a lot of things from them, and they gave me that bad customer service. But overall, they are kind of a good company, and I hope Asus actually make their laptops better. And if Asus is listening or watching this video, I hope they fix this problem, because these laptops can get very loud, and with the new gen laptops, I hope they improve on the fans, because it can get extremely loud. It's it sounds like someone is spinning a metal fan and scraping it against a wall. That is how loud it is. But yeah, um, I will be putting all this stuff one side. When you do this, make sure your laptop is off. Make sure that it's completely off. And this goes for any laptop. If you decide to do this, if you want to do this, you can. And if you're a little bit scared to do the thing, send it to a professional. I'm not a professional tech person, so sometimes you can get things wrong. And if you are like, you don't want to scratch on your laptop or into um, your PlayStation or so, it's best to send it to a professional who done the thing a million times. This one will be my second time doing this with this laptop, because Takealot, or whoever Takealot did send this laptop to, didn't do a proper job, and I had only a limited resource of granite thermal paste, and yeah, um, and that was also a bad time for me, because that was also, yeah, you will see the video or the time length of some videos what I put there. But yeah, so basically wipe down your computer. Make sure that you can have like some microfiber cloths just to wipe down like some areas, the bigger areas of your laptop, and the smaller areas. I know there's very little light, but yeah, uh, you guys can see that. Okay, cool. Once that is done, make sure you have another cloth to put your laptop on. So, because you don't want to also scratch your laptop if you're working on a surface like I'm working on. It's a hard surface, and laptops in general is expensive. Most computers are expensive, so if you can maintain it, look after it, it would be nice. So there is 4 screws at the bottom, 4 screws here. So this one's is small screws, that one's a slightly long one. This is a short small screw, that's a long one, and this one is all the same length. So maybe you guys can see. It is all stars, or Phillips in some places they'll call it. Some people might have different Phillips or flathead screws. I'm gonna use just the normal Phillips. So it's this one, and they call this one a PH10 from the looks of it. Yeah, there. I'll show you guys the items that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to unscrew all this, and then I'm going to place it in a row so I don't get confused on where the screws go. That's also another thing. There's going to be a lot of screws laying everywhere, and I need to know where it all goes. So I might make this video, but I'm also going to be watching the video so I don't mess up or not place a screw where it's supposed to be. So Oh, and I actually want to show you guys. This is the small screw, which is all three the same. So that's the small screw. And the reason, like I said, the reason why I'm doing this is because whoever Takealot did send my laptop to did not do a proper job, and they didn't want to replace my laptop. They didn't even know where my laptop is. Once they picked up my laptop, they were asking me like for codes and stuff like that, and I've been giving them all the codes and stuff, but they still couldn't find it. And later in stage, I had to fix that loud sound what the laptop used to do. If I find that 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 video of where my laptop is making that sound, I will make a short video and upload it, and I will show you guys that. If I can't find it, I will do something else, and yeah, or maybe I won't even upload that video because yeah, just unscrew. Like I said, this one is a shorter one. And doing this, it can be tricky because basically once you place that thermal paste, you're not sure if it's right or if it's too much thermal paste. I had that experience when I was busy doing it with the first time because Takealot didn't do it properly and it was all messy and mushy everywhere. And I'm actually blaming Takealot for that purpose because they said that they will send the thing, it will be fixed, but it wasn't fixed. So I'm blaming them. Should actually arrange my screws a proper way. I know I'm not doing the zoom in feature where I show you guys the screw holes and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do it in the video. I'm not sure yet, but I will show you guys. So I took out all the screws, I arranged it on that side so that I know that how it must be placed. And yeah, so now I'm going to put the screw thing away. I do use the guitar pick. Sometimes you can find like a set of 6 or 7 of this in a pack. If you buy it on Takealot, yes, I have a thing where I buy most of the stuff by Takealot, but they don't sponsor me and they don't sponsor this video or other videos what I've been making where I was showing that I was buying something from Takealot. But anyway, it's guitar picks. In the comment box, if you guys know what's the real name of this, you guys can let me know, and other people who's watching this video also can find it. I'll just call it a guitar pick, or yeah. So basically, as you guys can see, there is the ports. So it's the power plug, the internet connector, HDMI, the USBs, and the headphone jack. So I'm going to slide this all around on this side, not this side, on this side, all around. And where it's like this open spaces, I don't bother. And I just slide further and the thing will just pop up by itself. So I'll start from the end, on this side. You guys can see, I start on this side, work my way around, all around. So I'll start. Yeah. And I don't also press too hard because it is clips. Don't know if you guys can hear the crackle sound. And I just double check on this side. Just move gently and over there, and should pop open like that. So as you guys can see, it's not that dusty, but I have to get to this part. Yeah. And when Takealot actually sent me my laptop, because they said that there's nothing wrong with it, they can't find what's wrong with it, and clearly I sent them with a video of the thing, what's making the loud sound. It was actually my fans, one of those fans, what was like, it didn't have enough lubrication or oil or whatever they put in there, and then it was scratching so loudly I could hear it in the videos what I was making. I don't know if you guys watch my game videos, sometimes you can hear it even in there, but yeah. So I'm gonna clean this with the paintbrush and just clean it where I can, and I'll work my way over here. So I basically cleaned it with a paintbrush everywhere, just to get the dust out and out of the vent places, just to make sure that is done. Yeah, so moving on to the next item is to remove the battery. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to be removing the battery. So the battery, where's the battery? So the battery is this one. So I'm going to be removing that point and that point at the same time. Let me show you guys this part, yeah, at the same time, so that there is no power coming out. Someone asked me how to remove RAM. Basically with a laptop, as you guys can see, all the dust dots on this side over there. When you do remove your RAM, and make sure that your RAM have this and that side. So you push this one and you push this one on the end, so you push it that way at the same time, and your RAM will move out. So I'm just gonna remove my battery quick. And to remove the battery, there is one screw over there, and then there is that numbing thing what you just push to this side, and then it will be fine. I will maybe remove my SSD. I still have my thing on, as you guys can see, and there's a lot of dust on it. But I will remove my fans, my two fans, and mainly I'll actually remove, yeah, I'll remove both fans, and I'll remove the screws out. So to remove the fans from this one, it's that one and this one, and then there is the fan, which is this one over here, the fan power plug. People call it different things, and that is for this one. And then on this side for this fan, it's this fan header thing. And the reason why I'm using this is because it's not going to be damaging the motherboard or short out the thing, so it's just plastic. Yeah, so I'll get to that. So I'm going to remove this fan and this fan, and then get to this and this part. So there is how many screws? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 screws, but I'll have to be removing. And yeah, and then slowly wiggle in between to move the thing out of the way. So yeah. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm going to be doing. So firstly, removing the battery. Actually, first removing the screw. Actually, the screw what I showed you guys. Because I don't want any power to be running through the laptop. And then I'm going to use like a tweezer thing. Okay, so that's done. That. So the battery comes out. So there's no power running through. I'm thinking of removing my M.2 because I have an M.2 in this slot here over here. Just need to brush this dust. A lot of times when your fans actually get loud, and it's actually because of the dust what's in the fan casing, or it's actually in the unit. So as you guys could see, there was like dust over here, dust everywhere. Like I said, if you do want to remove laptop RAM, and if you're not sure if your laptop or your motherboard has like laptop RAM, you'll notice from this type of RAM. So basically, if I decide to like I have to do that, so if I just do that, the RAM pops out and then it's ready for me to take out, but I'm not taking out my RAM, so just gonna place my RAM back in. So it will have that lean, and when you do place your RAM, there is like a slight lean what you have to keep it, and then place it, and then place it down. Don't force it too much, but you have to also make sure that it's like the proper RAM what you're placing in. So in order for me to remove this part and to put new thermal paste, I will remove some parts. It may look like I'll have to remove my yeah, I'll have to remove them. So this is the M.2 screw. Yeah, place this inside. And if you do have like a case or a unit to keep the M.2 in a safe place, because that is where your important files are, I'll place it in there. I keep my stuff, some of my stuff, so when I do have to remove something, I can always place it in a safe box or in a safe area. So my M.2 is clean-ish. It's only a 980. It's not some fancy premium one. So that's in the safe place. About that. And remember where you place the M.2 screw, because that can get missing very quickly. That. I will have to get underneath here. This is where your Wi-Fi card is. Actually, this is the Wi-Fi card. So back to screwing out some stuff. Always try and remember where you're screwing out items and where it must go. So I'll start with this one. If you don't remember, then what you can do is take it out and screw it gently. As you guys can see, I'm placing it like that, and then when I do remove the fan, it will come out easy. So make sure that you move all the items away. Where's the thing? So I have to move this cable under. So if I take a photo with my phone, take a photo of how it looks, the flashlight on. So now I have a picture of how it looks and how I can clean it. So I will be taking photos of things, and it's a slow process, but if you want to know where to place the items, it's best to do it like that. Don't rush, take your time with the thing and it will come out. So there is nothing else. What's the internet from coming out? Just put it around. So there, just wiggle. There is this black tape. Oh, it's like sponge type. To release the thing. If I can just get it flat. Again, I'm using the precision flat. Just to get the unsticky part. Oh. So it's easier to get loose. Because it's actually sticking with each other. So I'm just moving that part up. So as you can see, it's a little nubbing. There is one what's on this side. I'm going to leave it like that. See if I can get this out. And I'm just wiggling it. So it's not going to damage anything. Maybe a slight lift. Okay, stitch snug on there. And again, just be gentle when you're doing this because this is very expensive. And as you guys can see, there is a ring over there. This needs to be cleaned out. There is this black tags. You can like just break the loose this one and that one and that one, or you can just scrape it loose and you can open the lid. But make sure that you clean it properly and you're not taking any shortcuts. The best way, what I figured to clean out the fans is just to lift one point and another point, and slowly it will just come loose. Okay, mine is coming loose very easy. So as you guys can see, there's the fan. So I'm going to clean this out, so when I do place it all together, it's all cleaned and I don't have to worry about that. And just like in my previous video, I just use the cloth to wipe it down. No special liquid or rubbing alcohol to clean it. Just some more cloth and that's clean. Clean the outside of it also. So there was a video what I watched where the guy actually lifted out the fan, and then he threw some mechanical oil in, so yeah, some lubrication oil to clean up, not fish oil or some food oil. It was actually some mechanical oil. There is Q20 what you can use. There is those kind of oils to keep your fans all quiet. So as you can see, this fan is quite dirty and I need to clean this fan. Okay guys, so I basically cleaned it as far as I could clean it. So I don't know if you guys can see. Ooh. There's a little bit of dust that's still there, but it's good enough. It's all cleaned out. So that was the first fan. It's cleaned. And I'll place it back. There's no screws or anything. I can pop it out like to clean it much better, but the only thing is this fan is very delicate and you don't want to break this one, because if you do break it, it's very difficult to find the fan while in the side of the world. Some people have storerooms filled with this kind of fans, and others like me don't have storerooms filled with this kind of fans, and it's very difficult to find this fans. So I think that's the best way I can clean it. So that's all cleaned. So I'm going to place the bracket back on. And it just goes like I took it off. There we go. So it's in place and the fan is clean. And hopefully it doesn't make any sounds. If it does make any sounds, then just re-clean it and check on it again. So the fan is done. One fan is done. So what I like doing, because I might forget, I place the screws that I took out. I just place it back in that holes what it goes in, and just leave it in there like that, and place it on a safe spot so it won't move or it won't go missing the screws. Obviously that needs to be cleaned out, and I will use a toilet paper block. Just fold it once, fold it again, fold it again like that. I'll just take a tiny bit of rubbing alcohol liquid. I did throw some of that in. Actually threw too much. I just dabbed a small amount, and just so that it doesn't go everywhere, and dust goes everywhere. So it basically picks up on the toilet paper. Now I just fold it the other way. See that the other side is still damp-ish. So I'm going to do the same process on the other side. So that's all done. Now I use a paintbrush and just like clear out whatever needs to be cleared out. That side is the heat grills, something like that. Make sure that this side is clean. And again, like with the PlayStation, don't just do that. Just move it up like that and like that. Move with this grids, so you don't want to damage it. Show you guys lift that. So I'm just like flicking the dust up. Just to loosen it a little. If you have canned air, you can just blow through there, which is very nice. So now I'm gonna use this. So I'm just doing that because the grid is like that. So I'm just doing that. And that same square piece what was there, just gonna pick up whatever it can, and okay, so that piece is done. That is done. I'm going to take out this one, and then I'm going to show you guys a close-up of how this looks compared to this side though. Again, I'm just going to unscrew it, and this will screw. So there's a screw on that side, and then I need to disconnect the just like that. So there's no complications on like on this side. It's just basically this tape what's keeping the thing, and then I can let the